Hello and welcome to the show. I'm here on Forza Horizon 2, looking at a bit more of the single player. So I'll be playing quite a bit of this game. I've done quite a lot of online, actually, been enjoying the online stuff. But now I'm going to go and have a look at one of the special events. There are a few of these showcase races, if you like. This particular one, it's a Lancia, I think it's the Lancia 037 against hot air balloons. I think that's what we're racing against. We're racing against something interesting. So yeah, we're going to go and find out. I do realise driving a Lamborghini Huracan like this on dirt roads shouldn't really work. Oh, that's a big off, almost. Caught it. Yeah, this car perhaps shouldn't have... Whoop, dodge the trees, dodge the trees. We're all good. There we go. We can get around. Look at this. No real problems. I'm slightly curious as to why the road changed. It looks like it was showing tarmac on this. That's definitely not tarmac we're driving on. It's still very much dirt. Oh, there's the event. 37 versus 037. Okay. Are we racing 37 hot air balloons? My victory shall be immense. I'm not sure how you race hot air balloons. Was there a race against hot air balloons on the original Horizon? I seem to remember there was. God, that was a while ago that I would have played that. I don't know. Yeah, I think there must have been. I can't remember what car you drove. I remember the Mustang versus the Mustang, the car versus the plane. I can't remember what you raced against the hot air balloons. I'm not quite sure. I'm not entirely sure how racing hot air balloons works.
You need to catch up to and overtake all 37 of them.
That's how then. Okay, so they've got like a head start, and I have to absolutely nail it down. I'm presuming the dirt road that I just drove in the 037. Well, they don't look like they've gone that far from me. I guess they're going in a straight line though, and I'm worrying about corners. Okay, we will see how this goes. Hello! Don't go too low. If I find a hot air balloon in the middle of the road as I come around a corner, I will be slightly disappointed. It'll probably be more painful for them than it is for me in this car. Now these events, as spectacular as they are, and as very cool as they are, they seem to be slightly fixed, if you like, in that they're going to give you a close finish regardless of what you do. I'm not quite sure how slow you have to go to lose one of them. In all the ones that I've done previously on here, and I've done on the original Horizon, it was always a case of you were always just fast enough. You always just crossed the line quick enough to take a victory. I'm presuming you can lose these, but I don't know how slow you have to go to lose. I'm not going to try and find out. I actually quite like racing properly and winning stuff. We're going to take a shortcut. Oh, that was a bad decision. That was a very bad decision of taking a shortcut there. God damn it. Now I'm trying to do better. I tend to very rigidly stick to tracks. Okay, we can't actually take a shortcut there because it's all fenced off. Yeah, I tend to very, very strictly stay to the road and follow the sat-nav, etc. But on here there are certainly advantages if you can find shortcuts. Yeah, okay, we're not actually supposed to take a shortcut there. It is all blocked off. And I'm trying to train myself better to spot shortcuts, which sometimes ends up with you hitting the solid wall that you didn't realise was going to be there. Where on earth are we going? This is an interesting route, certainly not a conventional route. Ooh, and we get a big slide. I do like the Lancia 037. It's a great rally car. It was a shame that it was only around. It was around very briefly, and it was the last of the rear-wheel drive cars. Really, it was the only. I believe I'm right in saying it was the only rear-wheel drive car to beat the Quattro. Pretty sure that is correct. I do like the 037. It's a great car. Can we take? I'm not going to bother trying to take that shortcut. Oh, crap! Just misjudged that a tiny bit. I don't trust that shortcut. I just expect there to be an invisible barrier somewhere. Ooh. Now we're out dragging a hot air balloon. Come on, we're doing 127 miles an hour. You're very low, but I'm going to be quick enough. I think we probably could have taken a shortcut on that one, but that's a victory for me in the Lancia. Balloons were not that far behind. Okay. Just on the lead balloon, the rest of what would be the point in setting off at the back of that group of balloons? Because you're never going to win. You all should all set off at the same time. Oh, never mind. Doesn't matter. We got some XP. and we'll go to quite a high level now. Money is incredibly easy to earn. Well, really very easy. I've got nearly 7 million credits now, and that's just from most of that's been from multiplayer. After been messing around with multiplayer, and of course from the wheel spin thing, especially your VIP, you earn double whatever you get on the wheel spin. Money is incredibly easy to come by on here, which is good. It means you can buy and mess around and tune up all sorts of various cars. It's not the same like on Forza 5. Initially on Forza 5, it's a bit better now. You would spend quite a long time earning money. It was certainly possible to earn money on Forza 5, but yeah, it would take a lot longer to earn stuff. On here, it's a lot quicker. We're back in the Hurricane. Maybe it doesn't give us the car. I was sneakily hoping that it would give us the vehicle. Okay, let's test out my shortcutting abilities. Yeah, I think we can go across here, and we'll just go across a field at 120 miles an hour in a very rare Lamborghini. Ooh, okay, let's just not try and do 120 through a forest. Yeah, this is probably no quicker taking this than the road, but it is more interesting at times. And there's somewhere there should be a road. You see, we should appear on the road almost somewhere around about. There we go. There's a road. Oh, there's a solid. Oh, hello Bentley. Excuse me. Never quite know what's going to come around the corner with the driver tire. I was doing an online race at one point when, oh god, what was I can't remember. Not an online race, sorry. I was doing a head-to-head race with the random AIs that drive around, and we were racing along. I come around a corner and I see, I think it was a Volkswagen Golf, one of the normal AI cars. So I see where it is and it's fine. I go to move out to overtake it, and an AI driver car that was very close behind it also pulled out at the same time. We had a very big crash. So yeah, got to be aware of the driver tires around. Now, what do we could go for? Retro Saloons. You can choose any championship you like. I'm going to choose one of these three: Classic Racers or Retro Saloons. Let's go Classic Racers, shall we? See what cars are available to us. Shelby Daytona, always a good choice. Lots of money. These are all very expensive. You're a lot of money. You're not quite as much money. Yes, that's a hell of a lot. That's a hell of a lot of money. Okay, well, since this is one of the, I'm not sure what's part of the VIP or Day 1 edition, or it's something of a special. It's the Day 1 DLC stuff. We can get a Ferrari 330 P4 for free, and I think it's the highest PI, almost. Yeah, we'll go for this. I'll save my money. Yeah, money is easy to come by, but these cars are mighty expensive. So let's just go for this particular car. Okay. I haven't driven this. I'm not a huge fan of the P4. In all honesty, I think it's an interesting looking car. I much prefer the GT40. I do remember this was the first car that I ever did a clean lap of the Nürburgring in. I remember this because I can't remember what Forza game it was. It was an early one though, and I was struggling with driving around Nürburgring. And this was the first car that I managed to do a clean lap of the Nürburgring, purely because this was one of the most difficult cars to drive I had at the time, and I had to be so careful trying to keep this car on the road. I do remember this. What Forza was it? Forza 2? It might have been. Did Forza 2 have this car? Anyway, yeah, this was a really difficult car to drive for me at the time. So, yeah, I remember having to sort of maximum concentration trying to keep this thing on the road at Nürburgring, and I've not kept it on the road here particularly well. That was the shortcut that I was trying to take with the hot air balloon thing. Well, I didn't take it very well that time. Okay, so destination is over there. Looks like destination is on top of the mountain. Solid. We will take a many millions of pounds worth of car. Whee! That's a big jump. You shouldn't be taking that bigger a jump in a 330 P4. We've got to go play at a forest now as well. The downside of game clip recorded for the hang time there. The downside of trying to take these. Ooh, why are you taking me up here? Excuse me, Satnav. Are you 100% sure that this is a good idea? I mean, I'm not convinced. Okay, yet I'm not at all. Okay, well, I'm going to follow the Satnav. If you want to take me down the wrong way on the motorway, go for it. Normally, Satnavs are pretty strict about sending you down the correct side of motorways. Well, we'll see. What speeds can we get up to in this on on the wrong carriageway? This is when I am glad that it isn't too busy on the roads, because you can do this without too many problems. This is when I'll just find one of those train of cars coming along for no apparent reason. Nope, we're still all quiet. Can we get a decent skill chain? This is actually one of the easiest ways of getting the skill points. If like me, you don't really care for drifting, get on a motorway and fly along it, dodging in and out of cars. Because you're getting sort of ultimate near misses, you're getting a high speed bonus as well. You can really rack up the multiplier. I would have thought driving down the wrong side of the carriageway would have been even better for this, but it appears not. It's not really making it any easier. Oh God, through the gap. It's not really making me gain skill points any faster. I was thinking as the cars are coming quicker, you could probably get more near misses going on. But that's not quite the case. See, this. I remember the old burnout. Oh, there was a horrible bump there. Crap. Just glanced off an alpha and we lost all the skill chain. Yeah, if things go wrong on here, they tend to go, there we go, spectacularly wrong. I remember on the old Burnout Paradise, there was an achievement on there for getting, God, what was it? It was getting for so many boost chains. Basically, you had to keep refilling the nitro as you used it to continually use it again and again in a race car. And there were two ways of doing it. You could either do it at the airport by going over jumps. Ooh, we don't have another grip doing that. Why? Sat-nav. Oh, stupid sat-nav. So we should be getting off the motorway soon. Yes, here we go. But yeah, on Burnout Paradise, there was a way that you could get the achievement. It was either at the airfield using jumps or using a motorway, and you'd blast around the motorway the wrong way because you got nitro for driving into oncoming traffic, and of course you got bonuses for near misses and stuff. And I remember spending many hours trying to drive around the motorway. I mean, the cars in Burnout Paradise were phenomenally quick, so you would weaving in and out of traffic in a Formula 1 car using all of the boost. It was blooming difficult. On here, it is not so hard. Not so hard at all to drive into oncoming traffic. You've got to be a little bit careful. As I found out, one bad time bump is all it takes. Woo, we do not have the brakes I expected from this car. I've been messing about with, God, what was the car that I was driving? I have a Toyota MR2. Whoopsie. Take out the scooters. I have a Toyota MR2 in A-Class that I'm using a lot for online stuff. It's an absolutely lovely car to drive. And that has slightly better brakes than this. Also, I suspect this is a little bit quicker. Never mind. We're going. Okay, we can go. Can we go straight through here? Whoopsie. We're in some bushes and some more bushes, and that's a tree. Oh, arse! I was trying to get away driving down the path. A little bit harder to control this car in my lovely MR2. There we go. I've got my own private little piece of. Oh well. The path does not really work quite as well as I had hoped. I was trying to cheat. It was eventually completely pointless trying to cheat, because there's a great big grandstand in the way. Oh, we do not have quite as good a brake as I'm expecting. Oh, there's a cluster going on at the... Oh! Excuse me, I'm driving here. There goes a van. Right. We are here... Oh, it's just started raining as well. That's not really what I want when I'm driving a classic race car that's not the easiest of vehicles to drive, in all honesty. Okay. Well, I wonder what we're going to be racing around Nice.
This is the classic race
Yes, I know.
It looks as if there's a documentary crew setting up.
Okay, sure.
I hope you're ready to put on a good show for them. All right, choose a race and we'll start the championship.
I like how it hasn't given me any off-road races. I guess around Nice there isn't really any off-road bits to take a car on. I guess over this way. Would these be dirt roads? I imagine these are... Oh, that's a... No. For a minute I thought that was a river. No, I guess, yeah, these are dirt roads. There you go. There's a barn find over there to find at some point. Right, let's go and do some of these circuit races. Oh, these were the... I experimented a lot with the silly car builds, and these were quite a few of the circuits that I considered around Nice. I opted against them because I wanted somewhere a little bit twistier and a little nastier. Okay, so we're going to go whoop down this way. Hey, 10,000 XP. And big slides in this car now. Yeah, we have quite a lot of sliding, but we don't have excellent steering. It's not quite as nice hand. I mean, it is an old race car. So, well, yes, it is a racing vehicle. It's got rather old technology in it. A little bit difficult to drive. AIs, please be very kind to me on this one. All right? Please don't bully my car too much. I've just given up with the damage. Oh, okay, we're racing in the dry. That's nicer. I've given up with running on damage just because the AIs are too aggressive for me to really fight with. I just got fed up with them. They would have a dive bomb, or just something stupid would happen that would wreck the car, and then you'd have to bloody restart or keep rewinding. So I got fed up and just turned the damage off. It makes the racing more fun, and that's really what Horizon 2 is about. It's about having fun with cars, enjoying driving them around Europe. It's not about ultra realism. I mean, yes, the handling is very, very good on here. It's pretty much Forza 5. It's been changed a little bit considering you've got rain to worry about and you've got off-road bits, but it's effectively Forza 5. So the handling system is very good, but the game itself is more about having fun, enjoying driving cars around, more than ultra-serious competitive track racing. So yeah, I've just found that it's more fun to just turn the damage off and drive and just have fun with the cars. And yeah, there is simulation damage if you want it. You earn slightly less money by having the damage turned off, but it's not a huge amount. We've got quite a lot of understeer going on in this car, and we've got to get overtaken, not quite. Oh, we've got understeer and we've got the oversteer, there we go. And you're just like, oh, please turn, Ferrari. Oh, damn. Yeah, this is quite an understeery car. I didn't expect, I expected oversteer, I expected a general lack of grip and maybe not quite as sharp of brakes. Didn't expect understeer that much. Visibility is actually not as bad. Again, I expected this to be worse visibility from the cockpit view. Oh, we've overshot completely. Let's dodge the bins and around the lamppost. We'll take out a planter. There's an interesting thing that you find yourself doing in here. There are, as you've seen on various videos, there are plenty of places that you can shortcut. Oh, what was that? Did we hit? Did we? Oh, normally there's an invisible wall around them that stops you from doing that. So we can't quite brush over that. I was just expecting an invisible wall to bounce us off it. Okay. But no, what I was saying is, you have an interesting choice when it comes to shortcuts, especially when it comes to a sort of a city area. When you're out on the dirt roads, etc., this isn't really a problem. But in the cities, you will find maybe the racks of scooters lying around. There are bins, there are bus stops, and there's telephone boxes. That kind of thing you'll find. So sometimes they'll be on a corner that you want to perhaps try and cut the corner. But of course, when you hit the telephone boxes or whatever, it slows your car down quite considerably, especially if you hit the bins. The bins are really bad for slowing your car down. So you have to make a choice. Do you try and go for the shortcut and risk losing some speed in your car while technically taking a shorter route, or do you take the normal sensible road? Oh, that's again, this is not driving how I expected the car to be. In all honesty, we're still absolutely miles ahead of the AI. I'm still running this on the hardest driver tar difficulty, and now I've got the hang of the game. It's getting a little bit easy, and then you have these races where it gets a bit easy, and then just as you start getting a bit complacent, the next race will be insane, and you come like 6th and can't do any better on it. And yeah, I guess it just depends on the combination of car and my driving and so on. I did pick the car that has the highest PI standard. I'm presuming the game's upgraded the rest of the cars to a similar level as this. If it hasn't, that might explain a bit of it as well. Ooh, it just does not like the high speed corners. It's just loads of understeer in this. Okay. I'll take the victory from that. Let's have a look at the PIs. Yeah, it has modified them all to roughly the same. They're fairly close, and I'm 1.2 seconds quicker than the next fastest car. Fairly straightforward victory, that one. Okay. Now that is a good podium. Ferrari 330 P4, Jaguar D-Type, and Aston Martin DBR1. That's more money's worth of cars than I have after however many hours of playing the game sat there on that screen. I would think so. Very expensive cars. Hey, I've leveled up. I'll do one more race with the P4. I'll go do one of the, I think they're sprint race. I think they're called sprint races. There's lots of slight variations on the names for stuff in here, depending on we'll go do the spin actually while we're here. A wheel spin. Come on, let's have a nice car. I got an SLS AMG off the wheel spin. That's the best car I've got so far. Most interesting thing. Oh, that was terrible. It was rubbish. God damn, I was filming and everything. Why couldn't you give me something interesting? Right, so we've got the choices of that one that wiggles over there, or what earns the most XP. That's 4,300, and that one. Okay, we'll go over here. We're not going to get not going to get enough XP to level up again. Once you start getting to the higher levels, I'm whatever 70 something or something at the moment. It's still not too bad. It still doesn't take too long to get a wheel spin, which keeps things interesting. I keep wanting to earn more and more XP just to get. Oh, where are you going, you silly Fiesta? God damn, stupid car. Yeah, you don't have to earn so much XP that it becomes sort of hours in between unlocked, which is good. It keeps things interesting. It keeps you wanting to earn stuff. Ooh, that's the corner we wanted to take. And yeah, you can earn some interesting cars from the wheel. Okay, let's not crash into a GT40. We're going this way. Ooh, and take out some barriers. It's an Audi, dodge the Audi. And everything is all good. The sat-nav person is shouting at me. We'll take out some of the scenery. The people of Nice will have a lot of work at repairing everything that we've destroyed. Oh, brakes. We've unlocked a skill point as well. Oopsie, through the planters. Hello, we've arrived. Not the most conventional of arrivals, understeering and taking out a bush. Not the nicest of ways to, especially not in a many £1 million worth of Ferrari. But never mind, we're here. Let's see where we're going to go with this. I tend to do better at the lap races than I do. Uh-oh. That looks ominously dark and grey. Luckily, I have a roof, unlike the Maserati bird cages and a couple of the Ferraris and Astons and Jags and stuff. So if it rains, I have a smaller. Oh, maybe just that initial screen was very dark, where the way it was in the shadows. It looked a lot darker. Oh, I was hoping for it to kind of rain. Wow, I've got a lot of straight line speed over this lot. Ooh, sorry. Yeah, you don't want to have a crash with these cars. Oh, okay. Why did you brake in the middle of the corner, Mr. Jaguar? Oh, hello. I'm talking about again, it's very similar to Forza 5. While yes, they do often create exciting racing, if you're not miles ahead, they do struggle with that little bit of spatial awareness. Just not quite there. May improve over time as more and more people play. The driver tasks get more and more data, etc. They just don't quite have the spatial awareness, and they tend to bump into you quite easily. Although, to be fair, when you race online, I haven't had the best of luck with the online skill level either, shall we say. It's not in fact, it's some of the worst racing I think I've seen. That's partly down to, I think, it's partly down to inexperience perhaps with the game and people not quite knowing the courses that we're driving on yet. But it's very easy to take very different lines. As you saw there through that corner, I took a big shortcut, the car in front didn't. You could have taken any variation of shortcuts across that corner. And because there are so many different lines you can take and people are not paying attention well enough to the cars around them, crashes are rather frequent, shall we say. Ooh, we're in the lead. Once you get the hang of this car, it is quite nice once you make sure you get it slowed down enough. I actually expected this to be a lot more daunting to drive than it is. I seem to remember it from whatever Forza it was that I drove it on before, that this was a terrifying car. It's not. So once I've got the understeer sorted, and I'm quite good at driving like that, that's how I like my cars to drive, this is actually not too bad. And then we can get it sliding. It's very controllable for a classic Le Mans racer. That's remarkably easy to control when it's sliding around. I'm not sure it'd be quite so nice in the wet, but you know. Ooh, okay, that's not well. That's one line to say. Yeah, I'm never quite sure where because I've not necessarily driven these tracks before. Never quite sure how much you can push a car and where the track is actually going. Ooh, that Testarossa is squeezing around out there. Let's not have many millions of pounds worth of crashes. Okay, we've got quite a big lead over that. He must have backed out. Oh no, we're going to take out some things. Stay on pavement. There we go. And find a nice place to rejoin the road so we don't slow ourselves down any much. Lovely scenic area is Nice. I'm still not trusting this car quite. Ooh, tree. Okay, just about got away with it. Ferrari's fairly close behind. Yeah, it's no walkover necessarily. Or it doesn't always have to be a walkover on the hardest of difficulties. They do put up a fair fight. That's actually a pretty good race with the Testarossa. A nice clean race with the Testarossa. I do look forward to getting that Alfa Romeo though. The Alfa Romeo, can't remember that's TZ2. It's a gorgeous car from one of the barn finds. Well, there we go. That's it for some more of the single player races, the showcase race, and a couple of races with a classic race car. That 330p4 and the other Ferrari do not look so healthy. Look at mine, lovely, shiny, and almost brand new. Part of that's because I had the damage turned off. Shush, nobody needs to know that, okay? Right, well, there we go. That is it for this video, guys. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.